Excited as all of us are here at 2K Sports as we get ready to start the season in style. I'm Kevin Harlan alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. We've got a Western Conference battle ready to get rolling, and this Oklahoma City crowd wants some love from their Thunder. All fueled up and ready to go.
Yep.
Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. On the floor for San Antonio, Parker and Green are the guard pairing. Aldridge out there with Kawhi Leonard. And it's Duncan in at the center position.
And really smart to draw his man out to the perimeter. He's giving up too much size to be effective inside.
Shows nice basketball IQ. I agree, Greg. I mean, if he finds his spot on the perimeter and doesn't force it, I think his outside shot will be hard to block no matter who's defending him.
And who could forget the tear that Westbrook went on last season? I mean, after the All-Star break, it was just triple-double after triple-double for him.
And, yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim. Westbrook's got 5 now.
And a really good way to start the game. He's a guy who, if he gets it going early, he's going to give you problems.
Here's Ibaka, flushes it down to finish the break.
That's a quick bucket there. Solid in transition.
Well, you know, he loves the chance to get out and run, and we could see right there why he does.
Now here's Parker, Duncan outside. Nobody near Leonard. Off target with his 3. Thunder have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. The kick out to Westbrook, fires the 3. Durant up top, covered by Duncan. It's Durant with the drive, Duncan with the block, and they'll keep possession. Pass to Westbrook. 4 on the shot clock, and the Thunder another 3.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Leonard, no luck.
The defense better not make a habit of giving him that shot. I mean, he doesn't miss many of them.
Shot's good by Durant.
Defensively, that possession better not start a trend because they just handed him 2 points.
Parker with it. Knocks it loose. And the Thunder pushing it up now. Westbrook leading the charge.
No doubt they've come into this game with a really aggressive approach, just pounding the ball inside.
It certainly is working. They're finding the open lanes to the hoop and owning this game early.
The Thunder leading by 10.
You know, and Billy Donovan, the Oklahoma City Thunder, were able to pull him away from the college game last season, signed him to a 5-year deal in the middle of last year's playoffs.
The pass to Adams. Back to Westbrook. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. And for Billy Donovan, we were talking about him. He had been with Florida for so long, the Gator program built by him. It'll be a big change. He had been thinking about it, though, before. He almost took, remember that Greg, the Magic job back in 2007?
You know, there was a change of heart for him with the Orlando gig. And Donovan's done nothing but win at Florida, and he'll have that same pressure to succeed with the high expectations with the Thunder.
You know, you take a look at this group of Spurs, and you wonder if they've peaked. I mean, it seems you say that a lot with this team, and they prove you wrong. What Popovich said last year, he feels it might actually be the case.
We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Tries to snap the cold streak, and the rejection by Ibaka. Poked away. Leonard kicks to Parker for the 3. That's good, and it's Leonard with the assist. Parker's got his 2nd bucket of the night. You know, one thing about this San Antonio team, they just didn't go away last year. Pop himself said he felt they peaked in the 2014 finals.
You know, and you wonder if what Pop said is true. Spurs lost in the first round last year, and they'll be going through a lot of changes in the near future. And with the way they run that organization. And folks, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Special thanks to Kia for that sweet Kia Slam Cam replay. Aldridge a screen. Parker kicks to Aldridge. Leonard on the wing, and it's blocked by Adams. And it's out of bounds to the Spurs as San Antonio retains possession. And the Thunder with some changes. Enes Kanter comes in for Adams. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Russell Westbrook. The Spurs also with the sub. Ginobili's checked in. Outside Leonard. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. A different look for Oklahoma City. Nick Collison's checked in for Ibaka. Singler comes in for Kevin Durant. And Dion Waiters subbed in for Roberson. San Antonio also making some changes. David West, he's checked in for Duncan. Diaw comes in for LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Mills in for Tony Parker. Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for the Thunder.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum. Listen, Kawhi Leonard hasn't been in the league for a long time, but he's feeling right at home. Said last season he wants to remain a Spur for life.
Here's Waiters. Again, the Thunder score.
And the offense has come together. Immediately, I mean, they're threatening to run away with this thing already.
Greg, it's hard to imagine they'll stay this hot. For 4 quarters, but if they even approximate that, watch out.
And it's DJ Augustine with the foul. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus, and we'll go to the line to shoot 2.
And guys, every time we think Patty Mills is going to take the next step in his development, he takes a step back. Last season, he shot career lows from the field and behind the arc after having one of his best ever campaigns the year before. That really just makes a coach pull his hair out, and fortunately for me, I don't have any.
Let's go quickly over to Doris Burke for an update.
Kevin, earlier I had a chance to speak with Greg Popovich. We talked about their strategy on how to contain Russell Westbrook, and he told me that Russell's at his best in the open floor. To counteract that, they'll try to make sure they get back on defense in a hurry and limit his chances to get out in transition and start setting up his teammates or throwing down dunks. Neither is a good option for them.
Thanks a lot, Doris. Well, back to Mills. The Spurs could have used his contributions last year. Parker was hobbled. Corey Joseph was still learning. Mills didn't put together consistent efforts and ended up losing minutes because of it.
Yeah, you know, Mills had the opportunity to make an impact for a championship contender. That chance doesn't come very often. Unfortunately, he couldn't make the most of it.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Plenty of daylight on that shot. Kanter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
The D with very little pressure on their perimeter shooters. 3 of the last 5 baskets they've allowed have been of the 3-point variety.
And you need the defense to stop the bleeding.
And Ginobili, here we go. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. The Spurs shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And at the line last season, about 78% as a team. Pretty solid numbers.
And, you know, that just added to their confidence at the offensive end. I mean, knowing that free throw shooting was something they didn't have to worry about gave them a lot of confidence to play freely.
And so the ball's out of bounds. Ginobili touched it last.
Risky pass in a situation like that. Very lucky that wasn't a steal.
Fortunate to get it through. I thought he was headed the other way with that one.
For 3, Westbrook. Oh, and the buzzer beater's good.
What a 3 at the horn as they end the quarter on a high note.
Couldn't agree more. That'll give them a nice little lift, I think, going into the next quarter.
And Tim Duncan closing in on 2 decades in the league. He talked about his...
The games are my solace. I enjoy.
Well, Duncan breaking down his love for the game and what keeps him going, not just playing, but still enjoying it at his age.
Man, it's phenomenal to see because Tim Duncan doesn't usually get too introspective with us. Anybody that plays this game knows exactly what he's talking about. And at the level he's competing currently, I don't see him going anywhere anytime soon, that's for sure.
Now into the lineup for your Thunder.
And welcome back. It's been all one-sided so far through the first quarter as our second quarter gets underway. And a very convincing performance from the Thunder so far.
I just think that from an intensity standpoint, their defense has really been the key. It's been the catalyst as they've been able to disrupt their opponent's offense.
Absolutely. I mean, they've been much more intense defensively. And their defense not only has been intense, but it's been swarming and saran wrap-like.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. The always reliable Parker and Green in the backcourt. Duncan out there with LaMarcus Aldridge. And it's Anderson in at the 3 slot. That's good. Oklahoma City's gone off with a 3-pointer tonight. They're a perfect 7 of 7. And Roberson kicks to Collison. Some nice passing by Oklahoma City here. Roberson the pass to Collison. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And he gets it to go. And for the Spurs, they're shooting 33% for the night. That's a big thorn in their side right now. And watching Nick Collison, he makes all the hustle plays, all the little plays, the things that really will not show up in a score sheet, stat sheet. For over a decade, he's had that role and embraced it.
And Kevin, the other thing he does as a veteran is a coach knows what he's going to get. He doesn't make the mistakes that some players make. And while he's not going to be a great scorer in the post or a high-flying rim protector, his game really is built on intelligence and toughness. And so positioning for charges, making open mid-range jump shots, all the unsung things that help a team win games.
And it's blocked by Adams. And pushing it up here. Here is Oklahoma City. Parker with the steal. Anderson outside. Puts it up from 15. It's hauled in by Adams.
You know, on the topic of Nick Collison shooting, last season was his only real setback. Only shot 42% after having a career 54% shooting percentage. But he's up slightly in most other categories, especially the ones based on hustle and effort.
And it's D.J. Augustine with the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Dion Waiters checked in for Augustine. Leonard, he's checked in for San Antonio.
And when you talk about Nick Collison, every team needs someone like him. He's focused.
Boom. Westbrook. Boom. DJ Augustine. Boom. Kevin Durant. Boom. Morrow. Boom. Pain. Boom.
Unselfish. He's that hard-nosed big with just enough skill to bite you when you forget about it.
And for those of you just joining us, we're almost 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. They get it back. Oh, and a fast break for Oklahoma City.
And the big lead becomes bigger. They are playing with purpose here tonight, guys.
And they're doing it at both ends of the floor. I mean, that's what you like to see. They've been controlling the action from both ends of the court.
The Spurs have drawn 1 of 6 from the field in the second quarter. It's been a rough period so far. And Andre Roberson is going to pick up a foul. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
And Oklahoma City going with a whole new group out there. Duncan kicks to Leonard. And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for